gonna be around my vegetables. I'm gonna chow down my vegetables. I love you most of all, my favorite vegetable.
Mahmoud has generously agreed to allow us to follow him as he makes a bunch of olives. He was born and raised in Palestine, so he did this as a child. The first step is you pick the olives, obviously, and then you wash them extremely well. And then once they're all nice and washed, he likes to use a recycled container, and he puts them into it and fills them to the top, as many olives as he can cram in there. And then he goes and uses regular old tap water and puts in at least 2 tablespoons of, he likes to use kosher salt. The salt is the agent that actually will cure the olives. It will also kill any bacteria and purify the olives. And this is stage 1 of making olives. So you pick them, you wash them, you stick them into a container with some salt and some water. And then basically you let them sit around for a few weeks. And once you get everything all put in there, you shake them up real good so that all the ingredients get mixed up real fine. And then you let them sit. Now he already has some olives that are ready to do stage 2. They've been sitting around for a few weeks. And he is going to now start demonstrating to us the stages or the things that you do in stage 2. He points out that when they go through stage 1, they change the color a little bit. And there's a stage 1 and there's a stage 2. For stage 2, he likes to use glass jars. So here's one container of the stage 1 olives that have been sitting around. He says that while they sit there, they do tend to build pressure. So it's careful to open them so you don't get zapped and release that pressure slowly. Then he removes these olives that have been sitting, washes them off, and for stage 2, we're going to start adding some flavor elements here to it. So he likes to add olive oil at various times during the stage 2. So here he's just putting some olive oil directly on them while they're sitting in a bowl. And there's more of that kosher salt. And this time he wants to do some flavors. So he has gone out to his backyard and he's harvested a bunch of lemons and a bunch of jalapeno peppers. So he's got them all ready for us to go here, chopped up into small pieces. And he simply puts them in the bowl with the olives that already have the olive oil and the kosher salt on them. And then he just mushes everything together really good. Couple of tricks in this process that I'll point out as he goes along. Notice how thoroughly he is mixing everything all the time. So there's the stage 2 glass jar, and he's going to put all those nice processed olives that have all the stuff on them into the jar. So all the lemons, all the jalapeno peppers, the olive oil, and the salt. And again, he tries to put as many olives into the jar as he can. And now he's putting some more olive oil in it. And then he puts in some water, filling it up to almost to the top. And more salt. And then a little bit more water. And now he has a couple of little tricks here as he gets ready to do stage 2. One is he has some freshly squeezed lemon juice. So it looks like he put about maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon of the lemon juice in there. And then the trick here is really neat is he then puts a seal of olive oil about maybe the top 1/4 inch. He says that that not only seals it, but it also, again, it enhances the flavor again. And so this is stage 2 is just getting ready to start here now. He puts on a lid. Now these olives can be eaten in 3 to 4 weeks, he says, but they will last up to 2 years. So if you're really starving for an olive, you can get it in 3 or 4 weeks, but the longer you wait, the better they're going to be. Now, Mahmoud is a friend and a colleague of mine. He's been very generous with sharing these skills with us, and he's even more generous because he gave me olives, and I had several jars of olives that he made that I very much valued and enjoyed. He points out that in 4 weeks in stage 2, the olives will tend to become more yellow. In this case, the olives that we made today will have tastes of lemons and chilies. And he points out that if you're giving these olives as gifts, it's probably a good idea for these types of olives to drain them out, save the brine, but pull out the pieces of jalapeno peppers and lemon, and then refill them with the brine, just so that it's a little bit clearer and it makes it more of a festive gift. And oh, my brains fell out when I ate that first olive. That was so good. I got the old garden dude. Ooh, no, my brains are falling out going on there. And I thoroughly enjoyed the olives that he gave me for a few months after he gave them to me. I kept nibbling on them. The dude in ecstasy. Now, as this is the garden dude, I prevailed upon Mahmoud to show me his garden because he's quite the accomplished gardener. And he's going to take us out in the backyard in just a moment. He's extolling the virtues of his olives there. You can see the passion with which he has. And he pointed out to me that you can use just about any flavoring agents you want when you're making olives. In his backyard, he has quite an extensive herb collection, and he has made olives with rosemary and thyme and other spices. Mahmoud, by the way, asked me to do the voiceover, and that's why I'm doing it, but I'm trying to get it as right as I can. You can see his garden is really kind of a garden dude specialty. It also uses a lot of containers. He's actually a much better gardener than I am. Notice the way all of his plants are just thriving, and they're all just perfect. And he's poor old earth flag, like our Mother Earth, has seen better days, has been abused, is kind of tattered and torn, and this probably is the best reason why we need to malama Mother Earth.
And we